This is the 2015 Jaguar F-Type R.
This is the 2017 Jaguar F-Type R all-wheel drive.
In 2015, with the rear-wheel drive, this is one of the best buys on the market right now if you're an auto enthusiast. If you get your jollies out of high horsepower and amazing engineering, this might be the car for you.
For $5,000 to $10,000 more, you can have a car that's 1 to 2 years newer with another drive axle with the same motor. Let's find out if rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive is going to fit your personality best. 17 all-wheel drive versus 15 rear-wheel drive.
Not huge differences on the exterior, but they are very subtle. Painted valance, not painted valance.
Wait. Before you tell them all that, we have another video you guys can go check out where we dive deep into both of these mechanically and see what the true differences are.
Other than seeing that painted rear valance, there's only a few small things that you could tell the difference exterior-wise on the cars.
One of them is the badge on the back that says all-wheel drive.
Yeah, or the hood vents. Check out the placement.
There's a few things I want to quick go over. Apparently there was an update sent to this car because this car was illegally loud. So I want to show you that update and what the system setting is between this car and this car. There's kind of a special feature you have to do to view that. And also, let's take a listen at the exhaust to see if we can hear the difference in the sound. All right, so let's start up the car just like so. And then we are going to hold down the valet button for about 30 to 40 seconds right up here. So now that we are in this sort of secret setting for the vehicle, we can go right up here, go to the software version info, and as you can see the software version info right there. If you bring this to the dealer, you actually have to ask them not to put the update on the car because it'll quiet down the exhaust system for state regulations and stuff like that. As you can see, the software is in fact different in this 2017. All right, I actually noticed it that time. So we got the cars popping, and a few of the pops are pretty identical, but there's a few that this one puts out that are truly ear-piercing and hurt your ears. I have a feeling that's what the update fixes, and which makes this car a little bit quieter than this one. 2017 Jaguar F-Type R all-wheel drive. It is fast.
It's awesome. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
It's the same car, but it is different. It does feel different in the steering. It absolutely does. It's like many reviewers have said, the steering is good, but you do lose that connection to the road. There's no denying that. Just on the roundabout we just went through, I know that I can feel holding on to a turn more in my arms in the 15R than in here. It's more just a finesse of pointing the car where you want it to go. I feel a lot of more road bumps through the steering wheel, obviously, in the hydraulic system. but it's good. I mean, it's obviously responsive as can be. Ultimately, it's probably a better system, but it feels different.
And aren't we saving some weight from that as well?
Minuscule, yeah.
Minuscule weight?
You would think that the weight savings is probably in the fluid itself.
Okay.
Because looking underneath the car, like we show in the video,
there's more to the system.
Yeah, there's two different components versus kind of just the one. So who knows? It's supposed to weigh less, but it's probably very, very, very slight.
I don't know if it's just you, but for me in the passenger seat, from being in the RR or 2015 all the time, I feel like the bumps are a lot more subtle in this.
Yeah.
I feel like we're just kind of floating down the road like in an Audi or Mercedes, where in our 15R, everything's a lot more jagged. It feels more exotic, you might say.
Yeah, it feels more refined, more of a Grand Tour in the 17R. I wonder if that has anything to do with that tubular structure across the front.
I am not sure, but I did think about that.
Yeah, the circular versus the rectangular here. Let's listen to this thing.
So the back tires didn't want to spin.
They sure didn't. I didn't see any traction control lights on my dashboard.
Oh, that's a first.
Right.
So I'm gonna be honest, overall, at the moment, I think this car would be more fun on a road trip, but if I wanted to go to a track day, I would pick the 15R.
Yeah, I haven't experienced enough turns and whatnot.
Yeah.
It just kind of, I've given my first impression so far. But obviously this is going to put down a faster lap time.
Yeah.
Versus probably maybe a more fun lap time.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But I mean, the difference is absolutely dramatic. The comfort that I actually feel from the passenger seat, I am very impressed about the comfort difference.
A lot of that is in the fit and finish of the car as well, which I totally prefer the revisions on the 16 Plus versus the 15.
Yeah, the newer display, the newer gauge cluster, that looks really nice.
In the 15, it kind of looks like 1988 or maybe 1994, where this looks appropriate. I like the font on the speedometer. I like the way the center display illuminates a little more.
Yeah.
And then just the overall design of the infotainment. It all looks very familiar, but just the subtle differences I think are a huge improvement, along with obviously the texture and the fit and finish of the materials.
Yeah, I'm very glad they got rid of that sticky rubber material that they have all over ours. And I also really like this material that they have for just the center stack here. Ours is like a fake looking carbon fiber, where this has a cool texture to it, and I like the way that the sun looks when it's on it.
Do you think these seats are softer?
You know, I was thinking that same thing right when I sat in them.
That could just kind of, I don't know if you can take that as a comment. The R is obviously 2 years older, has double the miles of this, so there's been a lot more butt cheeks in the R car versus this car.
No, but that would make our seat softer, the more butt cheeks in it. Our seat is dramatically harder than this one, I think. This feels a lot more comfortable, seat comfort-wise, bump-wise, and for whatever reason, I just feel like I have better leg room. I don't know why. I mean, it's the exact same, but I just kind of feel a little more comfortable. Jeez. I heard the supercharger a little bit there.
Yeah, obviously a huge difference with that all-wheel drive. My car, the rear-wheel drive car, I could not have done that without the traction control heavily taking over. Obviously, I would have been doing 360s if that traction control system was shut off.
For sure.
Interesting, just a very slight understeer. I took that turn pretty hard, pretty fast. Completely different experience going around a turn aggressively. Completely different.
Well, the back endo is wants to slide out on ours.
Right. I see flashing orange lights and traction control lights and all sorts of good stuff like that. Whereas this, I could feel the all-wheel drive system working. I absolutely could.
That's awesome.
All right, so here we are. I am in the all-wheel drive 17 all-wheel drive reverse, or the rear-wheel drive is right next to me. The owner of the all-wheel drive car is driving the rear-wheel drive. I'm driving his, just experiencing the differences. Let's see what a launch is like. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 1, go.
The back end of the white F-Type R 2015 was out the entire time. Check out this line. See that entire curve of him trying to get traction? That is insane.
I'm back in the car I'm familiar with. The owner's back in his car. We're gonna try another launch just to make sure there wasn't any driver persuasion in the faster all-wheel drive. Let's give it a go. You ready, Dave? All right, 3, 2, 1, hit it.
You can just see the white F-Type stepping out. So you haven't driven your car yet today, have you?
I haven't.
So we just hopped straight into the all-wheel drive right out of bed. I'm curious now that we've driven this, if we go hop in the R15, if we're gonna notice a big difference. What do you think?
I think we will. I think I know that car well enough to understand the differences that are going on, along with knowing what the differences are. So I'm really kind of tuned in to what the experience is.
Yeah.
So I think I'm pretty confident in what I'm saying.
All right, well, let's go check it out. Here we are back in the rear-wheel drive Jag.
The 15R.
Yes.
And it feels, for whatever reason, there's a few different things that make it feel more raw.
It makes it feel ferocious, like a cat.
Yeah, it's just, it doesn't have the refinements. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. I definitely do find the exhaust to be louder, I'm not gonna lie. You agree?
I do.
Yeah, I think the exhaust is louder. There's no doubt about it. The seat is way more stiff. Really stiff seat.
Yeah, even the owner of the other one, all three of us agreed that there's just a little more cushion.
Yeah.
They don't feel dramatically different, but there was more cushion or a softness to the seats in the newer model.
There's no doubt about it. I would rather have the all-wheel drive one for a road trip car, although this one probably does get better gas mileage.
Let's get up on the road that we had the other one on and kind of go over that steering again in this one.
Here we are at a stop sign.
What to do?
I'm not sure.
Yes.
My goodness, it is fast.
It's awesome. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
So we recently got the opportunity to be in a C8. Check out this quick clip of how the F-Type R compares to the performance of a C8. We're on the exact same road that we were on with the all-wheel drive, that electric steering. As Austin mentioned, even from sitting in the passenger seat, you can feel more of the bumps in this car. But all of these bumps are transferring through. I mean, even if we put a camera on the steering wheel, you could see the steering wheel move in the 15R compared to the newer models, the all-wheel drive with the electric assist, where that steering wheel would just be completely nonchalant, like there would be no movement.
Yeah.
And that's the feedback that you're feeling. We're gonna get right back up to the same turn that I took aggressively just a little bit ago in the with the electric assist, where I felt like I had to cop out. My confidence level went down mid-turn and I had to slow down because I felt like there was no feedback in my arms and my hands to know if I should be turning the car more, to know what line the car was taking. So I'm assuming I'm going to have a completely different experience here in about 4 or 5 seconds, but let's see. Downshift.
I can feel the difference. I personally
I feel more confident. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah.
I feel more confident.
Well, I feel that way in just about every car with electric steering. The only car I felt that I've liked electric steering in was actually my car. My Abarth 500. I feel like that's a very good electric steering. For the first about inch, maybe less than an inch, turning both ways, there's nothing. But after that, I mean, I feel everything. And I do feel the bumps in the road too. go exactly as I expected and always assumed. The all-wheel drive is faster off the line, and the rear-wheel drive is faster from a roll.
So these are just a couple short clips we shared with you guys, but this is a friend of mine that owns this car, and we've kind of played around a little bit in the past, and I still get the feeling that is true what you just saw. The rear-wheel drive will always pull a little bit from a roll. Obviously, it doesn't stand a chance from the rear-wheel drive.
And if we look at the quarter-mile times, we will see they're very similar, but the rear-wheel drive has a higher trap speed.
One more turn I am rather familiar with here. Boy, yeah, it's crazy. I've driven like the Infiniti Q60 car, spent a lot of time in with that electric steering. Better than that, but a similar experience.
Overall, wrapping up the video, if this person right here, the one watching, is buying an F-Type, should they buy an R all-wheel drive or an R rear-wheel drive, or just an all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive V6?
So here's what I can say. If you're looking at an F-Type for financial reasons, you're not going to be disappointed with a rear-wheel drive one.
Not a single bit.
You will not be disappointed with an older one. If you want the latest and greatest and that's your thing, then obviously you need to get the newer one. If you're someone that's older or just is buying the car for more of a relaxation or a statement,
the all-wheel drive all day.
All day long.
If you're looking for a car to go to Road America with, enjoy, go on a few road trips, this is the one to go with. If you want to do a big old smoky burnout.
Yeah, and again, you're not going to have the fastest lap time with this.
No.
You know, technology, everyone that's reviewed this car on a track is going to tell you the same thing. But I think you're going to have more fun in this one.
Yeah, with the steering, with the rear wheel drive, it's a good time. Cool. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video here on Performance on Wheels. Be sure to check out our channel. We just recently checked out the Corvette C8. You're going to want to go check that out, as well as a lot of our other things that we've done. We've built a Toyota Camry, our AMG, and all other types of car reviews. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, comment down below what you guys want to see in the future, and you guys have a nice day. Power liftgate, check that out.
That is amazing. I have to come over here and manually do it.
Oh, is your arm sore?
I can take the key fob here and close it by holding it down, apparently.
Wow.
Pretty neat, huh?